In order for this storm to be the scope that it was, there were literally 4 to 5 extraordinary things that had to happen.
First of all, Sandy typically would have escaped out to sea this time of year.
I mean, you had to have this storm track along the Gulf Stream. Bingo, it did it.
Sandy waded over the Gulf Stream and was almost alive in the way it paused to sustain itself.
This would have been the stuff of movies in the 1940s.
The jet stream had to bend back on itself, almost do a U-turn, hardly ever done.
Fiction, science fiction. But now it's reality.
And Sandy wasn't working alone. It worked with a very powerful front that came in from the west.
And you had to have it come in at the exact perfect time, or imperfect time, of a full moon.
You feel a little dumb 6 days out saying, you're not going to believe this, but next week we're going to have a catastrophic weather event.
530,000 people without power now.
Have I never seen anything act like this?
The ocean is now pouring into the city of Long Beach.
On Friday night before the storm, which was to make landfall on Monday night, that was the time where we started using words like unprecedented.
What you have to weigh is, do you want to go out and alarm people needlessly? On the other hand, you don't want to be too late.
Everything was falling into place in such a horrible way.
We're like forecasting history here. I've never seen this stuff before.
And that's when I said, look guys, we are not meant to be alarmists, but we are ringing the alarm.
We had to make sure our viewers were informed at all times of how to stay safe.
The previous year, Hurricane Irene was supposed to come through, so we made similar type of preparations and then nothing happened.
The same sort of things happened leading up to that storm. The subways were shut down in New York City. We had evacuations of coastal areas across the region.
And what are you going to do during the storm? Just wait it out?
Wait it out.
We have to make people understand that this is worse than Irene, and they can't treat it like Irene.
Basically, the tri-state area is enduring a natural disaster of the likes we have never seen around here. We're reaching levels with this water that has not been reached in over 200 years.
Sandy brought a mighty city and a very strong tri-state area to its knees.
The scope and dimension of the destruction was extraordinary. And it wasn't until a day after the storm when we were able to put up our helicopter and survey the damage that the enormity of this tragedy came into focus.
We got so many phone calls from people that were saying the only thing that they had was their little transistor radio, that was their connection to the outside world.
I actually ran into one man. He actually came up to me and said, I'm a veteran, and I have no power, I'm cold, I have no heat, I have nothing to eat, and if it weren't for your radio station, I think I may have committed suicide.
We kept reminding them that we're all in this together.
Everyone who works here lives here. Everyone who covers the New York tri-state area lives here in the New York tri-state area.
We are living it, we are breathing it with the people who are going through this whole thing.
And we'll deal with it, and we're going to be smart, and we're going to be safe, and we're going to do what's got to be done, but it's going to be there for a long time.
Yes, local news is the first line of defense.
You did see a transformer explode. Now,
I think it's still the best conveyance method there is.
And what's going on with your family? Completely flooded.
We are telling the stories of the folks who actually live and work and play in these neighborhoods.
To paint the picture of how great a tragedy this was going to become.
I try to be a witness. I try to let people know what it's like.
And I am certain, without a shadow of a doubt, that we saved lives by showing some of those pictures down around the Jersey Shore. Said, hey, Staten Island, this is coming your way.
Good, so you listened to everything we told you.
And I think that over the years, people hear us and they say, well, they're telling us the truth. They're being level with us.
That's so important to make sure that you have that connection, and only a local broadcaster can do that.